What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you in the hot seat, it's times two. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hook up just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe and that like button too. I heard they want the news.
Yo, what's good? What's goody? What's the fucking deal, YouTube? This is the first episode of the college basketball game day podcast with me, my boy Tayrock, and we have another one basketball guy coming up here. It's my boy Kyle. Right now, me and Tayrock in the building. Tayrock, how you doing this morning, man?
I'm good with all this snow out here, man. This is crazy, man. We got a lot of snow out here. We supposed to be getting a little bit more, but I'm ready for them. I got the little TV on mute with Kentucky and Kansas playing today.
Yep. What's up, Miss Bird Gang? And we got our boy Kyle up here, man. How you doing, Kyle?
What's up?
I'm doing good, man. So other than that, man, let's get right into the nitty gritty, man. We know Kyle is a Notre Dame Irish fan. We know he's a fan, and we know Notre Dame did beat Duke, number one Duke in the country. I believe when Duke was
they got lucky. They got lucky. Beat my Duke team. They got lucky.
So I think y'all did beat Duke when you guys were number one, right? When Duke was number one in the country, I think you guys did do that. So. Again, talk about Notre Dame this year. Talk about Notre Dame and what's your thoughts on the season this year for Notre Dame?
Yeah, I mean, so coming the season, we had high hopes for his team. We brought in Paul Atkinson, the transfer from Yale. We brought in Blake Wesley, a top lottery pick right now. He's probably a top 5 freshman. This team, it's very young and old at the same time. Mike Bray, he built this team around his class from I think 2016 from the Dane Goodwin Prentice Hub. This team has tournament potential, and they racked up some good wins, winning 9 of 10, and they can get in the conversation to win the ACC.
I don't know. Do you feel like y'all could beat Duke again in the ACC tournament?
That was one hell of a game. It's gonna be tough, but we can. It just depends, how they respond to beating them again.
Yeah. I watched the game. I felt it. I was salty. I'm not gonna lie because I'm a Duke guy. But Notre Dame always give Duke tough games, regardless. So anytime I watch Notre Dame and Duke, it gives me that. It gives me, even though they're not a super big rivalry, it still gives me that big rivalry feel between them two because it's always competitive. It's never like a blowout.
Yeah.
So, basically, my question is, how far do you think Notre Dame can actually go in the tournament, depending on the seeding?
If we get in like a 10 seed, 9 seed, I feel like this team can go to Sweet 16, maybe Elite 8.
Elite Eight. Well, I'm always biased when it comes to Duke. I always see us winning the national championship, but I have to be realistic. It's not always true, but it's a lot of tough teams coming up. That's actually like Auburn, number one. Like still got Baylor out there, Gonzaga. But I feel like when it comes to certain teams where like even though you could be a number 2 or number 1 seed, for some odd reason the seed is always getting knocked out now.
Oh yeah, I seen like Purdue got knocked out, Gonzaga when they were ranked knocked out, and Auburn almost lost to Missouri the other night. Got knocked out.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I'll be helping Donte with this situation here because he just got a situation about his girlfriend being stuck in the middle of the road. So hopefully he can come back. So right now, and I want to ask the both of y'all right now, according to what Donte is saying, who has the best conference mid-season so far when it comes to college basketball? Because Donte, he's definitely a Texas fan, Texas Longhorn fan. So going into knowing that it's about to be that tourney season, it's about to be the tournament season, and we already in the month of February. We all know March Madness really starts in March. But right now, mid-season, going into it, who has the best conference in college basketball?
You know me, bro. I'm an ACC guy, so I'm not even gonna be biased because right now, to me, it's kind of like I don't believe nobody has the best conference right now. I kind of feel like everything's a little even because you got number 1 teams getting knocked off, number 2 teams getting knocked off. It's like you just never know. So I can't really say, but you could have teams that have momentum going into the tournament, but the conference tournaments, but in the NCAA tournament. As far as conference, to me, I can't really say. Cause, I will always pick the ACC, but the SEC stepping up, the Big 12 stepping up. So I can't really say at the moment. I would have to really wait and see.
Yeah, for me, I love ACC. Their years of being so good, but they're unbiased. They're down this year. But talk about the best conference. I think top to bottom it's the Big 12. You'll see a day as they go up against the SEC in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. But mid-season, I'd say I'll go to the Big 12 right now.
I have to agree with the Big 12 too, because me and Donte have done a lot of Big 12 games when it comes to a lot of play-by-play and reactions, and all those games were good and they were very competitive. We seen Oklahoma State knock off a top 10 ranked I think it was, I don't know, I forgot who it was. It was a top 10 ranked team that Oklahoma State. They knocked off actually 2 top 10 teams that was in the Big 12. If I'm not mistaken, I forgot those games and what it was. But the Big 12 is a very competitive conference. And I feel like when it comes to that conference, the question is, can a Big 12 team win the national championship? Because they always are competitive, but can they actually win the big one? And that really has been the issue with the Big 12 lately. We've seen, of course, you have the Kansas of the world, you have the Oklahoma States of the world, you have the Texas of the world. So that's another question. You think that the Big 12, any good teams out of the Big 12 can at least make it to the Final Four or the Elite Eight or at least the national championship? Do you think they have a chance?
Yeah, I believe once the Big 12 wins the championship, that conference will get more respected because nobody hasn't won a Big 12 championship in a long time. I mean, a Big 12 team besides Baylor. Besides Baylor, what other team has what Big 12 team has really won a championship besides Baylor in a while? Because other than that, I could really say
Kansas, but Kansas was a while ago.
Yeah, I would say Kansas besides Baylor.
Okay.
Yeah, Kansas. They've got all this talent around them, especially this year with Ochi, the big man. I mean, the guard. But yeah, portraying the Big 12 on their conference and how they can't win national championships. They won last year, but aside from that, not many teams came close.
Okay. Yeah, that's true too. So I mean, I think as far as a power conference, okay. So if we know who's the best conference, now we know we feel like Big 12 is the best conference. But what's the most underrated conference in college basketball that doesn't get a lot of look, but they're just as competitive as the top conferences in basketball? So who will be the most underrated conference in college basketball?
I'm gonna answer that, but I'm gonna say the SEC is finally starting to get more recognition in their conference. Because for a while, it wasn't really the SEC only really had like a team or two that were really making. So I always will have to give it to like the smaller conference teams like the WAC, the Sun Belt, because they beat them certain teams in them conferences that be knocking off the 3 and 4 seeds, and they be like 15, 16 seeds. So I'll always. That's actually a good question because I haven't really seen a lot of those WAC, Sun Belt, and American USA conference games. I haven't really seen too much, but I keep hearing a lot of them because I know other people that actually do those games. So I'm not really sure at the moment.
So Kyle, who do you think is a most underrated conference? Going into the tourney, who you think that what conference, like how we have these Cinderella stories, right? We have these Cinderella stories every year, and they come out of these small conferences. So when it comes to an underrated conference, which conference you think is going to be underrated going into the tournament?
Take the Mountain West. From top to bottom, they have like really 6 teams in the top 64 in the net. Wyoming's up there, should make tournament. Surprisingly, Boise State Broncos are on a 14-game win streak. I think this conference as a whole doesn't get much recognition because they're not a Power 5. And going to the tournament, I can really see them making a big spark.
Okay. Yeah, Mountain West has been getting better every year when it comes to being competitive in the national tournament when you get to the round of 65 teams and stuff like that. So I could definitely assess to the Mountain West. I could definitely agree with Kyle with that. But Tayrock, I do feel you with the SEC. SEC has fallen off in recent years, and they finally building that conference back up with some quality players. And that falls into my next question with the number one team in the country, which is Auburn as of right now. In the AP top 25, but in the coaches poll, they have Gonzaga as number 1. So I don't know which one do we usually go off of. Kyle, you probably know more about this than I do. Do they go off the AP poll or the coaches poll?
I think if I believe right, I think they take both into consideration and count the votes and see who has more votes overall.
Okay, that makes absolute sense. So that I can get down to the top 25 teams so far. According to this week, I think this is week 12. According to ESPN, they have Auburn at 1, Gonzaga 2, Arizona 3, Baylor 4, Kansas 5, Purdue 6, Houston 7, UCLA 8, Duke is 9, Michigan State is 10, Wisconsin's 11, Kentucky is 12, Texas Tech 13, Villanova 14, USC 15, Ohio State 16, Providence 17. Of course, my Tennessee Volunteers, which that is my favorite college team, is at 18, LSU 19, UConn 20, Xavier 21, Marquette 22, Iowa State 23, Illinois 24, and Davidson at 25.
So, since Auburn beat Duke, Duke went from 1 to 9.
That's what it looks like. I mean, right now, if you want to look at records, even though Duke is 15-3, Gonzaga is 15-2, Arizona 16-1, and Baylor is 17-2. Kansas is 16-2, Purdue 16-3, Houston 17-2, UCLA 13-2, and then Duke is 15-3.
Oh, okay.
So technically, Duke falls down from 3 slots. So meaning that they was number 6 when Auburn beat them. So they only fell 3 slots after that loss.
Oh, okay.
So basically, speaking of the Auburn Tigers, the question is and I'm gonna ask everybody around, is Jabari Smith the real deal? And the reason why I say that, because he's been talked about a lot with Auburn. He's 6'10", 220 pounds. He's averaging 15.2 points a game, 6.5 rebounds, and 2 assists, shooting from the field 43.8%. So, do y'all think Jabari Smith is the real deal, and is he the reason why that the Auburn Tigers are the number 1 team in the country?
Yep. I think he's the real deal, man. I say there's a lot of reasons why Auburn is the number 1 team in the country, but it started with their best player, Jabari Smith, who can do pretty much a little bit of everything, shoot from the perimeter. He gets his teammates involved very well, and they're gonna be hard to beat coming in tournament time. We don't know if they still gonna be the best team in the SEC conference. They are right now. It's the reason why they're number 1. They just got a big comeback win after they were struggling in the first half. They came and blew up in the second half last weekend. I think Jabari Smith Jr. is a threat in the NCAA, and it's a reason why he's going to go top 3, top 2 in the NBA draft. This guy's very skilled, very athletic. The guy can play. The guy can pass. He can shoot. He can do everything. He also ball handle. Jabari Smith is really the real deal.
Do you think he can? Do you think he's going to transition well into the NBA?
I mean, time will come, man. We'll find out. I've seen a lot of people like that skill, that size, that can dribble, pan out in the NBA. Time will tell. I think it will transition to the NBA. But right now, what I'm seeing, man, this guy is very good, man. This guy is very dominant, explosive player, gets his teammates involved, and it's a reason why they're number 1 in the country. And part of the reason is Jabari Smith.
Kyle, how do you feel about Jabari Smith? Do you think he's the reason why they're number 1 in the country? And do you think that he's the real deal right now?
He's the main reason, yeah. But it's not the whole reason. I think Bruce Pearl, he's built this team around him. And over the years, it's probably his most talented team he's had. I don't know if he's the best prospect coming out into the draft. Yeah, time will tell. But he's definitely a reason that Auburn is number 1.
I can agree. I've seen some, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of him, but I've watched some tape on him. And I actually seen him play live once. I feel like when you giving a kid like that all that hype, I just don't want to see a disappointment in the NBA. I'm not talking about your first year. Okay, you're gonna go through the rookie pains. As far as the college now, other than a few of the people, he is like one of the best players that's balling right now. He's one of the reasons why Auburn is no one, including Bruce Pearl. Like Kyle said, this is one of the most talented teams Auburn had in a long time. So I can agree.
Okay. I just feel like with Jabari Smith, I think we need to see a bit more. I think it's really going to come down to how he plays in the tournament and how dominant he can be in a tournament and how far can his team go in a tournament for him to really be considered a real deal. I mean, right now he's getting that recognition because they are the number one team in the country, and they do have some other pieces on there. Don't be mistaken. It's not just all Jabari Smith, but it's really going to come down to what's going to happen in the tournament because that's where you make your name in college basketball. You make your name in the tournament. And so if he can live up to the hype like he's doing in the regular season and he goes up against those Gonzagas and those Dukes and those Villanovas that actually get to the Elite Eights or the Sweet 16 on a consecutive basis, even Notre Dame. Notre Dame is one of those teams that gets deep into the tournament as well. So it's really going to come down to can he handle, and apply that pressure, or even the Kansas and the Texas and Oklahoma States of the world at that too. So yeah, hopefully we can see what we could do, see what he could do there. So we're going to actually go into the next topic here. Donte, you got the next topic? Because I'm sorry, I'm doing so the other.
Yeah. I got it. Let me
I
pull it
did
up.
the best conference,
Yeah.
but I didn't get your thoughts on it. So
Oh, okay. So the
who's the
best
who's
conference.
your
Go ahead,
oh
coach.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. The best conference to me, far as what I've seen, I know the SEC is up there, but the Big 12 basically have to probably be the most competitive conference in the National College Basketball League. I think the Big 12 is very, very strong. You have Baylor number one coming into this season. They lost 2 games already in conference play. Texas is not even ranked anymore from losing in conference play. They even lost to a tough team, Oklahoma State. Texas Tech could be streaky. They can be very, very good. Kansas is also very, very good. They're gonna be up in the Elite Eight type of category. So when you look at the Big 12 conference, how many teams that the Big 12 conference got ranked? I think the Big 12 conference got about 4 teams ranked in the Big 12 comp. 4 teams ranked in the Big 12 conference. Plus, you're gonna see a lot of Big 12 teams go against SEC school. That's what you're seeing today. The SEC versus Big 12 challenge. That's what you're seeing today. So you got Kansas ranked number 5 going against the number 12 Kentucky. You got number 13 Texas Tech going against Mississippi. You got number 4 Baylor going against Alabama. Matter of fact, Baylor just lost twice this year. Just lost twice. You got Oklahoma, who could shock anybody in any given day. They're going against number 1 ranked Auburn. And you got Iowa State, who's also ranked number 23, going against Missouri. And you got TCU going against LSU. And plus, we got the Texas Longhorns going against Coach Spotlight Vols today. So you get to see a lot of that. No, but y'all may win, Coach. Y'all may beat us today.
I don't know about that, brother.
But yeah, I have to go with the Big 12, man. They got about 4 teams ranked in the Big 12. And the Big 12, you get to beat up on each other in the Big 12. So I got the Big 12 conference.
Okay, so we did do the best conference. Well, who is your most underrated conference? Tayrock said the SEC, and Kyle has said the Mountain West. So who would be your most underrated conference going into the tournament?
The most underrated conference, the SEC gets a lot of. They talked about a lot because I mean you're gonna have Auburn. And that's a Power 5 conference. Actually, people don't give enough credit how talented and how far. I mean the Big Ten got. I mean Purdue. You got Michigan in the Big Ten, who can pretty much they went far last year. Illinois, who's pretty competitive in pretty much in the Big Ten. Ohio State, I believe, who beat the number 1 team this year. I'm gonna have to go with the Big Ten. I think the Big Ten. Most people don't look at the Big Ten like that in basketball, so I'm gonna have to go with the Big Ten as the most underrated conference.
Okay, so Let's get straight into the schedule today because I know it's what's this? It's SEC. No, it's Big 12 versus SEC today, right?
Yeah,
I'm
the
only gonna
challenge.
go. I am gonna go over. Let me see. I'm gonna try to go over. Do they have like a top 25 when it comes to the schedule? Because it's a lot of games today.
Yeah, they have.
And I'm trying to do them in order. But some reason they just don't have it in order. I can try to see if I can look it up on my phone for the schedule. Because on ESPN they do not have these games ranked in order, and I don't want to go and just start going down the schedule of games of games today. So let me just see if I can pull it up real quick. Just give me a chance here. Okay, so they don't even have it in order here.
You talking about the top 25 in general?
Yeah, top 25.
I got it. I got the schedule pulled up.
All right, you got it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Y'all got
it. Let's go. So, all right. Tayrock.
Yo.
Duke or Kentucky? I mean, not Kentucky. Duke or Louisville? Who you got today?
I'm always riding with my Blue Devils. Coach K to the day I die. I'm always rocking. I see, but the thing is, I'm realistic. I love my Duke, but I always it's this basketball. You can beat on any given day, but I'm always ride with my Duke against anybody. But like I said, any given day, anybody can beat. Louisville always puts up good games. But I'm always taking Duke.
All right, that's a bet. Kyle, Duke, Louisville. Who you got, man?
It's gonna be Duke by 20. Louisville
like Kyle already.
firing. Which he missed the NCAA tournament. I heard all this that he hasn't lived up to expectations at Louisville. Louisville hasn't missed the tournament in back-to-back years since 1970, which they're about to do. So he's fired. They come to this game with that chip on their shoulder, I guess, but they don't have enough to beat Duke.
All right, yep. I guess we all going. It's a sweep across the board. We got Duke. Chris Mack was just fired, just let go. I remember Louisville used to be one of the most competitive teams in the country. I used to always see these guys in the tournament. All of a sudden, they non-existent anymore. But Chris Mack, ain't that's the coach that came from Xavier one time? They used to be competitive with Xavier. If I'm believing right, I think that's the coach that used to be for Xavier, right? Chris Mack. Okay. So that's okay. So yep, it's a sweep across the board, man. So we got a Big 12 challenge, man. You got LSU versus TCU. Tayrock, who you pulling for?
You know what? Who home?
TCU.
I'm sticking with TCU. For some odd reason, I got the weird feeling TCU gonna pull this one out. I don't know. Sometimes certain teams just always kind of surprise you. You just never know. But I'm gonna go with the underdog with TCU on this one.
Kyle, who you picking?
Yeah, this is a tough game. I think it's really good. I can see TCU win this game, but I'm gonna go LSU.
All right. LSU are a very good team. I think they still is their point guard still out. Penton is still out? Do you know if he's still out? Still out? Because last time we watched, me and Coach Spotlight did Tennessee versus LSU. Is Penton still out? You think?
I'm about to see. Hold on.
Because I believe it was a serious injury. It looked like an ACL when we saw, but they had a nice. LSU had a great point guard in Penton.
Smoking us in that game.
Yes, Darius Days is a pretty good power forward. They're very good and athletic at the guard position. Their big man is very good, man. But the Big 12 conference is always competitive. I'm gonna pull an upset pick, and I'm gonna go with TCU with the upset pick over LSU. So we got LaSalle versus ranked 25 Davidson. Davidson is 16-3, and LaSalle is basically 6-11 right now. Tayrock, who you got?
I just got the information. He's going to play, but he's going to probably be limited minutes.
Okay, that's good.
Now, who's the team playing against each other? You said who?
We got LaSalle versus Davidson, 25 ranked Davidson.
I will go with the home team in
I was
LaSalle
about
because
to say, don't be home team biased, Tayrock, because you know
I'm
LaSalle
going.
and Philadelphia
I'm
don't
going
do
with
that.
Dave. I'm going with Davidson. I'm going with Dave.
I tried to get Tayrock. I tried to trick him. All right, who
With
you
Dave.
got, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm going Davidson. Yeah, I don't know much about LaSalle, so just go with Davidson.
I tried to get Tayrock. I should have said LaSalle's the home team. I should have put it right there.
Just to be a little bit off topic, I don't know if y'all saw in the group chat, but Damon Arnett has been released from the Chiefs because he got arrested for a deadly assault weapon. So jokes on you, Damon Arnett. Jokes on you, buddy.
They gonna go spotlight with it. We definitely go with Davidson. It's a sweep across the board. This should be an interesting Big Ten matchup. We got the battle of the Michigans. Michigan versus 10th ranked Michigan State. Tayrock, who you got?
Oh, that's always these games. You said Michigan versus Michigan State.
Yep.
Tom Izzo still there?
Yep.
Which Michigan ranked? Or are they not ranked?
0.
And Michigan State number 10?
Yep, they're number 10 in the conference.
And who home?
Michigan State.
Oh, I'm going with the Spartans.
Yeah.
I'm going with the 300 Spartans.
Kyle, who you got, Kyle?
I'm upset pick. I think.
I love that.
I think Michigan's gonna win. I think Caleb Houston and Hunter Dickinson is too much for Michigan State.
I love that upset pick. I'm going with the upset pick too. I love Michigan. Juwan Howard as the head coach over there. I believe Michigan went to the Final Four last year on the league. They went to a League 8 or the Final Four last year. I think they got bounced in the League 8, if I'm not mistaken, by UCLA last year. They had a good run, man. Juwan Howard had a pretty good run with this team. I'm going for the upset pick right here in Michigan over Michigan State. So here we go. This is gonna be should be another good one, but right here we got Big 12 versus SEC Challenge. Tayrock, you got Oklahoma versus number 1 Auburn. Jabari Smith and Auburn. Who you got?
I'm going with Auburn, even though I think it's going to be an upset by like a free throw or like a game winner. But I'm gonna go with Auburn on this one.
Kyle, who you taking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Auburn, but I won't be surprised if Oklahoma wins.
Like that. I'm gonna take Auburn. In this game. It's another sweep across the board. But don't be shocked if like I say, Oklahoma win this game. They are competitive. Like I say, the Big 12 play is competitive. I think it's the best conference in the country when it comes to college basketball. Not so much in the game of football, but in college basketball, that is one competitive conference right there. So we got number 21 Xavier versus unranked Creighton. Who you got, Tayrock?
I'm going with the upset with Creighton.
Okay, I like it. Kyle, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Xavier. I don't think Creighton has been too consistent this year, so I'm gonna go Xavier.
All right. I'm gonna take Xavier in this game. I'm gonna go with Xavier in this game.
I just looked at something on Xavier. Can I switch my pick? I just peeped somebody. They got somebody on there that I like. He played for Xavier, so I was like, okay, let me switch my pick to Xavier. But I still feel like I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna go with Xavier. It's gonna be the sweep because I ain't really too sure about Creighton. And if it was like Kansas, then I'd have picked Kansas or something like that.
All right, so here we go. Another Big 10 versus another SEC versus Big 12 challenge. We got 8 and 11 Missouri. Ranked Missouri going to number 23 Iowa State. Tayrock, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Iowa State. They always seem to put together some okay teams, so I'm gonna go with Iowa State.
Kyle, who you pick? Who you got?
Yeah, I like this team a lot. What head coach did. Like a 0-1 season last year in conference play. But I'm gonna go Iowa State in this game. I don't think Missouri has enough.
All right, we all going for the sweep again. Iowa State in this game. So we got the battle of the Arizonas. We got 6 and 11 Arizona State versus number 3 ranked Arizona. Who you got, Tayrock?
My brother know this. It's gonna be the ghost of Miles Simon up in there, John. It's going with the Wildcats, Arizona.
On the low,
Yeah,
like I've been saying, on the low, Tayrock is a Arizona Wildcat fan on the low.
Back in the day, but my team. Okay, let me say this. I'm an Arizona Wildcat fan, but my team is Duke. I love Duke more. I ain't no other team than Duke, but I will. I became an Arizona Wildcat fan a long time ago, but I've always loved Duke, so that's my situation.
Okay. Kyle, is this a sweep across the board?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Arizona.
Okay, it's a sweep across.
But if they ever play, I'm picking Duke.
All right, so we got number 4 ranked Baylor going to Tuscaloosa, another Big 12 versus SEC challenge. As we all got a sweep right here, we got an upset. Tayrock, who you got?
This ain't Nick Saban coaching, so sorry, Alabama. This ain't Nick Saban.
But I can say Alabama has got some good product to come into the NBA and play well. Colin Sexton is one of them.
Yep.
Yeah, but not going up against the team they're going against today.
Kyle, who you pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Baylor.
We all got Baylor. Baylor has been struggling. They lost against Oklahoma. I think they did lose against Texas Tech. So they've been struggling in Big 12 play, in conference play. They're 18-2. Their 2 losses came against Oklahoma, and I think Tech. That was those 2 losses right there. So we got unranked or St. John's 11-7 against number 14 ranked Villanova. Say, Rock, who you got?
Going with Nova. Well, I'm always rock with Nova.
Nova.
That's close to the home team too. So I'm always rock with Nova.
All right. Kyle, who you got?
I'll go St. John's.
Oh, okay. I love it. That's something I do. I'll pick upset. I love an upset pick. That's something I do.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go. So you got St. John's. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Nova right here. I would go with Nova right here, but I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked at all. Wouldn't be shocked at all. Definitely.
St. John's one of them teams. You know what's crazy? St. John's one of them teams like Minnesota. Like you just never know what you're gonna get from them. They might beat you or they might lose to you. Like you just never know.
So okay, we got number 24 ranked Illinois Fighting Illini going into Northwestern. Who you got, Tayrock?
I remember Illinois used to be on top of the basketball world at one point. Northwestern. What's their record?
99, 500.
Not bad. You said Illinois ranked 24?
Yep.
That's a tough one because they kind of like. I'm gonna go with Illinois. This on the string. I'm gonna go with Illinois. I used to like them back in the day when they used to get like when Pittsburgh and Illinois and Connecticut was all balling against each other at one point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Illinois. Just because the old days, I'm gonna see if they still got it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Illinois, but I think it's be closer than many think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since Kyle says it's gonna be closer than many think, then I'm gonna take Northwestern. Then I'm gonna take Northwestern. He tells me they can upset them, so I'm gonna go with the upset pick. I'm gonna go with Northwestern right here at home.
Hey, Coach, did you like TJ Ford when he played for Texas?
Yep. That was the last Final Four team.
Yep.
That was the last Final Four team right now. We ain't never been to the Final Four ever since TJ Ford.
I used to like TJ Ford. That was my guy.
His son played high school basketball out here in Houston. His son played high school basketball. That's what's up.
Yep.
So we got another SEC versus Big 12 challenge. Number 12 ranked Kentucky going against number 5 ranked Kansas Jayhawks. Tayrock, who you got?
It's always harder going against Calipari. You know what? I'm gonna go with the Jayhawks because they home. Mm-hmm. Only because they home. If this was neutral, I don't know, but I'm gonna go with the Jayhawks because they home. But trust and believe, I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas got knocked off by Kentucky. I wouldn't be surprised. Like it's not a guarantee because Kansas is home, But this is going to come down who has the ball in the last possession with maybe 15 seconds left. This is one of these tournament games. So I'm gonna go King.
Kyle Thibodeau, who you got?
I'm going to Kentucky.
Okay, I like that move.
They're a little banged up. They have Tate Washington. He's playing, but I think Kentucky's better overall.
I'm going with Kentucky too. I was going to go with the upset pick as well. I was going to go with Kentucky. John Calipari has always got his team out there prepared, always coaching up that defense. And I like his halftime interviews as well. His halftime interviews be so good. If you watch this guy in halftime interviews, when they interview him, man, he's one of the goodest coaches that I've been seeing interview besides Pop, Bill Belichick. This man interviews be so amazing. And he always going to have his team playing hard. And he always get guys to the NBA, can get guys in the NBA this year. So I think this Kentucky team is going to play very well at Kansas, and I got Kentucky. I'm with Kyle on this one. So another Big 12 SEC challenge. They all over the place. Mississippi State going into Lubbock, Texas to play Texas Tech. Who you got, Tay?
I'm going with the state of Texas on this one.
Okay. Kyle.
Oh, sorry to say it, but I'm going to Mississippi State.
Okay. What?
This Tech, for some odd reason, they be always pulling out some underrated players you never really heard about. Then they get in the tournament for some odd reason. You don't expect them to make it past the first, second round. The next thing you know, you see Texas second like the Sweet 16 or Elite 8. They for some odd reason they be doing it.
Yep. So I got Texas Tech in this game right here. I got Texas Tech in this game right here. So we got 20 ranked UConn going up against DePaul. Who you got, Tayrock?
Man, I'm going with Connecticut.
Yeah, I'm going UConn as well.
A sweep here. We all got a sweep. So we got California going up against those USC Trojans. Tayrock, who you got?
I'm gonna do this to make Eric mad. I ain't going with the Trojans.
Right. Go against the Trojans.
Because he hates on my Niners all the time, so I gotta hate on his Trojans. But the Trojans are playing pretty good. But I ain't even gonna hate. I'm gonna go with USC.
All right. Who you taking, Kyle?
I'm going to USC as well.
We sweep across the board, 2 sweeps in a row. All right, let's see. Will this be a third sweep in a row? So we got U of H, University of Houston. I am not a Houston fan. I know I'm living in Houston. I'm from Houston.
Hold up, Houston. You talking about the Houston Cougars?
Yeah, I'm not a Houston Cougar fan. I'm surprised. I know it's surprising, but this is my squad right here. This is my squad right here, behind me. So U of H, number 7 ranked, going up against unranked UCF. Tayrock, who you got?
I'm going with Houston. They always put together some pretty good teams. You know what I'm saying? They made it to the tournament, made some good runs. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston in this one.
Yep, that was a Final Four team last year. Before they got kicked in the ground by what you call them? They got kicked in the ground by Baylor. Baylor beat them up so bad. Kyle, who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to Houston.
Sweep across the board. All right, this should be an interesting game. Texas just got unranked, but going against number 18, Tennessee. Tennessee going into Texas. Longhorns, those coach balls right there, coach balls. So, who you got, Tayrock?
I'm pulling one of your numbers.
Pull one. Hey, it doesn't matter. Pull one of them.
I'm going NA. I can't call this.
I can't lie. I did that for the Royal Rumble last night.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
I'm going NA because I like Texas and I like Tennessee. Your team is Texas and my brother team is Tennessee, so I'm going NA on that one. I ain't picking nobody. Just the best team win.
Go ahead, Kyle. Who you got?
I'm going
You'll go with Texas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go NA. I don't know. And that's good that you called pick.
Rock with your team.
You can't do that.
No,
You
but
got
look,
rock
look,
like
this,
this, Donte. You can't do that.
I could do that. This is the
You
reason
can't do
I'm
that.
going.
Obviously,
This is the
you
reason
picking the
I'm going to do
Longhorns.
it.
Look at your background.
Hey,
Look at your
coach.
background.
But look, this
Look
is
at
the
your
reason I'm
background.
going to do it. This is the reason why I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell you the reason why I'm going to do it. Texas is great on defense. They are very good on defense. Offensively, they get in those modes where they don't make shots, where they can go cold for like 4 or 3 minutes. That's why I'm doing
This will be a
that.
low scoring game.
Yes, that's
Both
what I'm
teams
saying.
are good, but
I'm
both teams
saying-
can't score. That's the problem with
I'm
Tennessee.
saying, with y'all two teams playing against each other, y'all, you gotta pick. This is any other day. You gotta pick the day because y'all teams playing against.
So that's why I went.
That's the case. Then I'm picking Tennessee.
That's why I went NA up on this game because if my team can score on offense along with that great defense that they got, every team in the Big 12 can play defense. Every team in the Big 12 in basketball can play good defense. That's why always a low scoring game in the Big 12 conference because they all can play defense. Texas can play great defense. I just don't know when I'm getting on the offensive side of the basketball. I just don't know when we get in on offensive side of basketball. I mean, we barely got out of there beating Oklahoma State because we really went a 3-minute stretch without even making a shot, And we had the full court press was really hurting Texas down the stretch. So at the end of it, I just had to say, I don't know.
I'll fix that. I got
you. Good. I'll just have to say I don't know. But Kyle P, he's going with Texas. Coach Spotlight going with the Vols. One shot means neither one of these teams win the game, to be honest, because Texas is great on defense. Offensively, they're just not great. Offensively, they're just not that great. So we got, oh my God, this may be a no-doubter. This may be a no-doubter. So we got Portland going to the Bulldogs, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, who was number 2. Who you got, Tayrock?
I'm going with the Zags.
Damn, I thought you were going to pick Portland.
No, I'm going to go with the Zags because for some odd reason they got this tall, lanky center that remind me of Sean Bradley, but he's like 10 times better. I can't pronounce his name though. I watched him play. I'm like, oh, this guy pretty good. So I'm gonna go with the Zags on this, even though they can't win a national championship. They always gone, but can't win it.
Yep. Who you got, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Gonzaga.
Yeah, it's a sweep right here. It's a no-doubter. Coach Spotlight gonna love this one. Coach Spotlight gonna love this one right here. I already know. This is the team that beat Eric team twice. Stanford beat USC twice. Yes, they did. I think they swept USC this year.
Wow.
Eric just told me that. I think that's where the 3 losses come from. 2 by Stanford, 2 from Stanford. And they're going against number 7 UCLA. Who you got, Tayrock?
Why would you say I love this one?
Now, because Eric's always talking shit about USC, and then they lost twice.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
So USC playing Stanford.
Yep.
So Stanford playing. Oh, who's Stanford playing?
Stanford playing UCLA.
I'm gonna go with UCLA.
Okay. Kyle, who you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna go UCLA as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna take UCLA in this game as well, man. So again, all right. So I'm gonna go with, I got another topic that I kind of brought up that I kind of thought in my head I want to brought up. So who's the most disappointing team in college basketball if you had to pick? I'm gonna start off with you, Kyle. Who's the most disappointing team that this year in college?
Oh, let me think about it. I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Okay.
They're supposed to be this top team that everyone thought could go back to the Final Four. They're 10-7 or 11-7 and have like a 500 record in the Big Ten.
All right, that's a good.
I kind of agree.
Yep.
Well, Michigan, I really hit one. When I heard Juwan Howard was going to be the coach when I finally heard that, I just felt like they were going to do some big things, and I felt like this was the season for them to do it. So I kind of felt like Michigan's really underachieving compared to what they did the previous years. So yeah, I can say because Michigan always been a top team. So for them not to be a top team is really I'm saying underachieving.
Definitely. I have to go. I'm gonna have to go with Michigan as well, man. They was in that top. They was like I said again. They was in the top elite. They was in Elite 8 last year. They went farther than what other people thought they were gonna go last year. And to come in 10-7. I don't know what happened to this team this year. But they gotta get their stuff together, man. They gotta definitely get their stuff together. Michigan, you thought coming off a League 8, a good successful season or a Final Four type year, you would think they would gain some of that momentum coming into this year. Is clearly really not happening. Yep, that's it right there. I know the Fighting Irish. I didn't hear your thoughts on the Fighting Irish a little bit because I think I had to get out because my girl got stuck in the road a little bit. But how far do you think they can go in the tournament if they do make it there? How far do you think they can go?
I said this is a Sweet 16 run. I can see around 32 or Elite 8. It just depends what bracket we're lined up with, how the cards fall. But this is a veteran group that Mike Brady brought in. Blake Wesley, the top recruit. He's supposed to be a lottery pick if he goes in the draft. This is probably one of the talent teams I've watched since 2016.
Yep. I mean, for Texas, like I say, I'm kind of a little bit disappointed. A little bit. We do got one of the best coaches in the college basketball, in Chris Beard. We do got him, but this team, they can go on cold spurts a lot. They can play good defense. We have about 6 transfers. We got Marcus Carr from I think that went to Utah. That went with the Utah. We got Timmy Allen, who's a transfer as well. We got a lot of transfers on this team. We got also Devin Askew. He's also a transfer. So I can still see this program going in the right direction. And then the only veteran we really got is Andrew Jones, who's fighting cancer pretty much the year before last. He's gotten better. Courtney Rainey is a veteran as well, who's been with Texas. Texas right now is a competitive team. I don't know how we go from ranked number 7 all the way from unranked, but that showed you what type of tougher schedule we did have. We had to play Gonzaga. I believe the 3rd game of the season was competitive with them. We just only lost by 10. We lost to Seton Hall. Seton Hall, that's a pretty good basketball team. Seton Hall is a pretty good basketball team. They beat some ranked guys too, including us. So our schedule wasn't even easy. Our schedule wasn't an easy schedule. Plus, when you come in the Big 12 play, that gets more and more difficult as well as to come on. We lost to Oklahoma State. We gave up a game. We gave up a game against TCU. That was a game against Kansas State. That was a game that was given away. That game was just given away the other night. So yeah, we should have. If you look at it, we probably should have been undefeated still in Big 12 play. We lost to Iowa State. That was a legit loss, but we had a chance to win any other game on that schedule. So that is pretty much all the topics that we had on the Game Day college Game Day show. So like I say again, I'm gonna throw one more up in here, throw another one up in here. Give me a team that can be scary, a surprise team, really, that could be scary going into the tournament and make a deep run in a tournament. Give me a team that y'all think guys will be a surprise team and that can make a run.
Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette. I was gonna say Purdue. I think Purdue, because Purdue be having pretty good chances. They seem like they just can't get out that Sweet 16. Like they make it there, that's where they always get stuck at, right there. Even when they had what's the guy name? Don't he play for Cleveland? Who was the point guard for Purdue at that time? Darius Garland ain't played for Purdue, did he?
Nah, he played for Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, that's what I was thinking. Purdue had a point guard that was good that went into the draft, but I can't remember his name.
Carson Edwards.
Yeah, Carson Edwards. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, Carson Edwards. Yeah. But I think Purdue got a pretty good chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Xavier. I'm gonna pick Xavier to go far, at least Sweet 16, at least Elite 8. For Xavier, they always have a competitive team around, and yeah, I'm gonna take Xavier. So, will Gonzaga get back to the national championship? What are you taking? Do you take Gonzaga or the field for the get back to the national championship? We're not saying Gonzaga's going to win because they haven't proved that they can win it. But Xavier or the field? I mean, Gonzaga or the field? Who you got?
I'll take the field. I don't think Gonzaga has it this year, really. So, and they play a weak conference, so I'm not too wowed of them and how they played.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the field too. I'm not too sure with Gonzaga because I'm tired of seeing them in the championship and then don't win it. Like they be having some real talented teams, but for some odd reason they just can't finish it. So I'm gonna go field.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the field as well. I know they can possibility get back there, but winning it is a different story. But I'm still gonna take. We all gonna agree. We taking definitely the field. We thinking they can be garnered this year. So again, that is the end of the college basketball pre-day show. We got a lot of good basketball. Big 12 versus SEC Conference Challenge. Y'all make sure you guys watch this college basketballs today. It's gonna be some good basketball. Hope I may do. I gotta see what's on the schedule this weekend. Today. I don't know what's on the schedule. I think the Royal Rumble. My bad. The Royal Rumble. We does have the Royal Rumble.
We have the Royal Rumble, and we have the Los Angeles Kings versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Key in the building.
Yep.
Doing it at 1:00.
Yep. So tune in back at 1:00. We do have Key in the building. We'll do the Flyers at 1:00. So y'all tune in at 1:00. But these are my guys, Kyle, Tayrock. First episode of College Game Day morning, man. Basketball hoops gonna be on every Saturday. And we got some good stuff. Championship week coming up. You don't want to miss tomorrow. So comment, subscribe on everybody's channels, and
Kyle, let everyone know where they can find you at on your social medias.
Yeah, I have Sports Gazette podcast on YouTube, and then Facebook. I think it's linked to his YouTube channel, and really all my social medias are just my name. You can find me there, really.
Okay. All right. All right,
y'all. So we'll have more stuff for you. This is the first episode for College Hoops Game Day. Make sure y'all enjoy all the college basketball games. We're definitely going to recap the game, especially during the week going into next week, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. And just to let y'all know, at probably 3:00 on the Spotlight Sports Network, Max Coverage will be having their championship weekend predictions, and of course Max is going to talk about how his Packers lost. So with that being said,
I need to be on that. I need to be on that.
It was already pre-recorded.
Like I say, because I wanted to holler at him about his Packers.
So make sure y'all check that out for the premiere at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time, and the Royal Rumble is going to be on Spotlight Sports Streams. Make sure you subscribe to that. And we're out of here, y'all. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to everybody here. The links are in the description. It's Spotlight Sports Network. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, Kyle. Thank you for coming up and being a part of the network. We really appreciate it. Can't wait to see your podcast on here as well with your shows and stuff like that. So I'm excited for it. I'm definitely excited for it. But appreciate it. And we're out of here, y'all. See y'all next Saturday, same time, same place, all here on the Spotlight Sports Network. We're out.
We're out, guys.
Dun-dun. I heard they want the news. Well, we got it just for you. What's your team? Who your player? Who your crew? I heard they want the news. The spotlight is on you, and if you win the hot seat, it's times 2. I heard they want the news. Come tune in to the crew, but we got the hookup just like black and blue. I heard they want the news. Spotlight Sports, what it do? Hit subscribe.